This question actually is asking about one of the skill that relate to the function of the underlying sentence. Okay, may you remind us, Dr. Tamer, which this question actually refer to or belong to which domain? It's domain 2. Look at me, I'm smart. Okay, which is skill in domain 2? Skill number 2 that we're gonna revise it today, inshallah, that include 3 sub-skills. One of them, the first one, is main purpose. The second one is the overall structure. The third one is the function of the underlying sentence. We do remember right now what you said about the function of the underlying sentence in the basic course. You told us that the answer is in the underlying part. The answer is in the underlying part. But sometimes he connected to what come before or what come be after. So because of that, I'm gonna focus completely on the underlying part. But I have to look before and after. Why? Because sometimes the choices are be connected to what come before or after. Let's find. So this is what come before. This is what come after. So like that is gonna be the whole text. No problem. The main thing that you're gonna just stress here. Here he said astronomers are confident that the star Betelgeuse will eventually consume all the helium in its core and explode in a supernova. Physics. So now the astronomers sure that this star will be exploded. Okay, let's find after the main sentence now that we are talking about it. They are much less confident. So the first one, they are sure. The second one, they are not sure. However, about when this will happen, since that depends on internal characteristic of Betelgeuse that are largely unknown. So now we know that the sentence before, they are sure about that it will explode, the star will explode. The second sentence is the main sentence for us, but they don't know when, because they don't have the full comprehension information. So after astrophysics, Sarvania, Al-Badri Nance, and colleagues recently investigated whether acoustic waves in the star could be used to determine internal stellar states, but concluded that this method could not sufficiently reveal Betelgeuse's internal characteristic to allow its evolutionary state to be firmly fixed. So the sentence after the underline, they said that Sarvania and others try to solve this problem. Unfortunately, they can't. So it explains, I'm talking about the underline. It explains how the work of Nance and colleagues was received by others in the field. Actually, it didn't mention anything about Nance and colleagues, because Nance and colleagues, they try to solve the problem that they don't know when this will happen. So thank you. It presents the central finding, this one, reported by Nance and colleagues again. We said that Nance and colleagues, they didn't mention here. They are not mentioned here. They are mentioned after. It defined the problem that Nance and colleagues attempt to solve but didn't. Yes, here it's a problem because they don't know the time. Nance and colleagues in the sentence after try to solve it, but they can't. It can be the answer. It describes a serious limitation. Yes, there is a limitation here that they don't know the time of the method used by Nance and colleagues. No, but the limitation not in the method of Nance and colleagues, because Nance and colleagues are not mentioned here. They mentioned in the final sentence, the sentence that come after. So the answer is C. Let's go to another question, but let me stop this recording.